Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 15545 Northwest Westbrook Way here in Portland, Oregon. We're located at the right side of the home. Got a 3-inch ABS cleanout. We're kind of at the front right corner. Just around this corner here is the front door, front of the house. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary side sewer. We do have water running currently, and I'm going to zero out the camera length counter right here at the base of the cleanout and refer to this spot as the point of access. Here we go. Okay, here at 19 feet from the point of access, the line transitions to 4-inch PVC pipe. Everything is looking good so far. So we're going through a spot here. Look, we've got standing water in the line, and you can see there's quite a lot of debris that's built up here. So we're going to check that out again on the way back when the line's totally drained out. We just popped out of the belly there, and just up ahead here from the camera is where the main lateral is at. So here in just a moment. Okay, here at 52 feet, we have reached the main lateral on Westbrook. I'm going to go ahead and get the line drained out, and we'll reassess that belly on the way back. Alright, pretty much all the water is now drained out of the line. It looks like we do have standing water that goes all the way up to the main lateral connection. What we're looking at right here is fairly minimal. There's only about 1/4 of an inch there. My concern was back here a little further. There's 1 or 2 different spots where it goes in and out of a belly. We're now in the spot here where it was more significant. And you can see there's a lot of debris that's built up here in this spot. And I have a trick that I do. Once the water level in a belly goes over about 1.5 inches, you really cannot see the water level at that point. There's a trick that I do here by pulling the camera back really quickly. It creates suction. It will pull the water level down beneath the camera head. Only if the water level is no more than about 1.5 inches. So what we're doing here, when I pull back like that really quickly, the water level isn't pulling down beneath the camera all that well. So I'm going to do that throughout here to see how much standing water we're working with. Okay, I'm going to start advancing back out here. Okay, so I'm doing my technique here to try and check the water level, and I'm not getting that water to pull beneath the camera head here, so it's a rough guesstimate. At a certain point you just can't see the top of the water level, but based on that little technique I do there, it appears that there's probably right around 2.5 inches of standing water, possibly more than that, but the line here is, for this stretch of the pipe and that belly, is about 65% full of water at any given time, roughly. Now, I am going to do some markings here, and I do recommend a repair to correct the slope and grade so the line can drain out properly. You can see all that debris that's built up in there. What can happen over time is there's so much resistance on the debris coming down the line. It's like hitting a pool at the bottom of a water slide. You come to a very quick stop, and the same thing happens to all the debris coming down the line. It stops right in its tracks, and it can start building up like we've just seen here. So that's my reasoning for recommending the repair. The line leading up to the belly was actually quite clean. The issue with bellies, though, is depending on who lives in the house, can greatly affect how much how big of an issue that they are. If you only have 1 or 2 people in a household, a belly won't be terribly significant always, but if you have 4 or 5 people, it can be a completely different story and can be a big problem, and it has to do with the amount of debris and activity going down the line. So that's why I recommend first and foremost repairing it so it's not an issue going forward. But there's also maintenance that you can, guys, they'll be able to mark this. Okay, successfully located the camera head here at the end of the belly at 45 feet. We are out in the middle of the street, unfortunately, underneath concrete, and it's quite deep. It's 10 feet down, or 10 feet deep. I'm going to come back here to the beginning of the belly and mark that, and then we'll push out to the middle of it and do another marking there. It looks like it's 20 feet of pipe that has lost slope and grade. From 25 feet to 45 feet is the belly. Alrighty, and right here we are in the grass in the front yard, only about 1 foot from the sidewalk, at 8 feet deep. And I'm going to push out here to 35 feet and just do a marking in between the 2 points. Okay, the belly is now mapped out. Either end of the belly is marked with a white X. The belly starts about 1 foot from the sidewalk in the front yard, in the grass, and it extends out to right to the middle of the road on Westbrook, and it's 8 feet for about the first half of the line, and by the time you get to the end of the belly, it's about 10 feet deep. So, pretty deep repair, unfortunately. The vast majority of it is under concrete. Just about the first foot is under grass. Whenever there's that amount of standing water, I always recommend a repair because they can lead to significant debris buildup and blockages down the road. If properly maintained, the belly can be lived with. You might have to do some cleaning from time to time, and definitely want to watch what you put down the pipe. Absolutely no paper towels, any sort of wipes, cleaning wipes, even the ones that say flushable on them, do not use them. Grease, fatty foods, stuff like anything that you know shouldn't go down the line, definitely should not go down the line when there is a belly. They get hung up in that standing water very easily. The good news here is all the pipe leading up to the belly is extremely clean. There's almost not a speck of debris anywhere. So it looks like with the people currently living here have been either kind to the line by putting the right stuff down, or there's just not that many people living in the household currently. Generally, especially with the amount of debris that was in the standing water, generally you see a lot more debris scattered throughout the pipe leading up to it because it's having a hard time draining out. But in this situation, I'm still going to recommend a repair because of how much standing water there is. The line there for about 20 feet is got probably at least 2.5 to 3 inches of standing water. I know there's at least that much. It could be the line's totally full, but it's very difficult to determine that once the water level goes up over a certain point, which I've stated before. So, but definitely do hydrojetting if a repair is not done to keep the buildup to a minimum. And if there is a repair done, I recommend a rescope after the repair to ensure that proper slope and grade has been met and that the line functions properly after the repair is done.